Hi, everybody. How are you today?
What's up, everybody?
I think out of all my stories I ever did, this is the most important one. In all of my 6 or 7 years of being a blogger, this is the most important one. What we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about Vlad TV lying on Jag. We're going to talk about Dame Dash supporting Jag. And we're going to talk about Diddy's mom and her involvement in the freak offs. It's so much to talk about. I don't know where to begin. Hold on a second. But if you guys been following me, you know that I'm the type of blogger. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I love living in America. I love our freedom of speech. And when anybody tries to squander that or suppress that, I don't care what situation it is, it triggers something in me, because that's the best thing about living in this country. There's a lot of things we can't control, but you can control how you feel, what you think, what you say, what you represent.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty in America. Let's talk about how Jag is in real trouble. For a while, Diddy had sent, do you guys remember this? When Diddy sent his private investigators to go after certain bloggers and to tell them what they could say and what they couldn't say. Some sense of, it's a form of censorship. Okay, he wants to scare the daylights out of you, so you stop reporting on the Diddy stories. And then we know I did the video a couple days ago about Ray J wanting to contact Jag.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, they were joking around on the internet saying that they called Ray J the fixer. And how come Ray J's always the last person to talk to somebody? But it's true. It's not a joke. Yeah. It's true. And then and now today with the Piers Morgan thing, they specifically, Diddy and Jay-Z don't want Jag talking anymore. It's one thing when she's some crazy nut job on the internet, just going from YouTube channel to YouTube channel, then it's easy to just discredit her. Like, you know, plus she's bipolar, and when she doesn't take her medicine, things get real bad and hectic. But to go on Piers Morgan, and then the other show she was on this morning, no, Jag is becoming mainstream. There's articles about Jag now from here, Claire magazine. Now she's just not a nut job, just talking about somebody she doesn't know. Now, reputable mainstream people, they want to listen to what Jag has to say, because if you look at her videos, let's say I'm a journalist and I start doing research and I see Jag here, Jag there, and then I look up what she says, and if you back it up, well, she said that, you know, Diddy was corrupt, and then they show him being corrupt, and she said a long time ago, and then they start putting two and two together, and now everybody wants to talk to Jag, and they know, we got to discredit her. We got to discredit her. She's talking to Marie Claire magazine. We have to shut her up. Let's send the fixer. Let's send Ray J. That didn't work. If you guys didn't see my other video, please go back. Ray J is calling Jag, telling her to call him back, saying, you're safe with me. This is a safe place, Jag. Don't be afraid of me. Nobody trusts you, Ray J. Period. So let's talk about what they're trying to do. Okay, so now she's talking to Marie Claire magazine. Everybody knows who Jag is, including Dame Dash. We'll talk about Dame Dash supporting Jag in a minute. And he needs to get together with Jag, and they need to do an interview, and they need to speak their piece. But anyway, let's start with the basics. Do you guys remember a couple months ago when one of Diddy's PI start calling bloggers? There's several bloggers he called, and basically said, let me see if I can find it. If you're going to do the story, do it right. Well, Right. Right is how I feel about it. What's right to you? Let me show you this. Get a chance to listen to this. Let's see. Somebody sent this to me. Hope I still got it. When you are calling people, that's a form of intimidation.
Hi, Russell. This is Victoria. I got your email.
Hey, Victoria, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. I got sent your TikTok. You covering the Diddy case and things mentioned in it.
Uh-huh.
Are you okay to speak with me about that?
Yeah, yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Obviously, we're not in court right now. We're going to be in court at some point. But the information that you're covering, in addition to involving me, is 100% inaccurate.
Sorry. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I didn't hear you saying anything.
Okay, so is there a reason that you're calling me? Because as mentioned in the video, all of this is alleged, and I made that clear in the video. Nothing is all, as listening to anybody who follows me, they know this is just his version of events. Nothing in this docket is fact nor fiction until obviously it's proven in court. But only thing I did was read what was in the docket. So I didn't insinuate that it was true. I just read what was listed.
Yeah, I just want to caution you as a journalist, as what you're doing or the entertainment that you're doing. You're actually causing a little bit more harm than good. And what I want to share with you, I understand you keep using the word allegedly. The problem is that the way that you're covering it sends a different message. And I just want to caution you that this is a very real investigation. This is not entertainment. The text messages that you're covering, the text message, the way that you're presenting it, matter of fact, even what you said was inaccurate. The text message that you're referring to in your story, if you go back and listen to it, doesn't even go with the story that you're giving. It's a different text message.
Sir, I'm not giving anything, sir. I'm reading what's literally on the screenshot on the paper. If there's an issue with how it's written, that would be a question you would have with Tyrone Blackburn. He's the one who wrote it. So I'm just literally, and once again, I'm not a journalist. All I'm doing is literally reading what's on the paper and literally reading it to the audience. All of this is public information. I understand why you're calling and you're saying it is inaccurate, which I appreciate. So now I know going forward, you will not ever be mentioned. You're only mentioning that small piece. So I get that part. But I'm not insinuating. Go ahead.
Just listen to me very carefully. Okay? Go back and listen to what you put out there, and then look at the text message that you're referring to. And I will remind you of this. You're looking at a screenshot of something that is incomplete. A lot is incomplete.
Okay, so that yeah, and I get you. And once again, that would be, this conversation would be with Tyrone Blackburn. I didn't write the docket. I only recorded it. I was like,
let me catch everybody up that's just coming in. One of Diddy's private investigators started contacting several bloggers, basically trying to scare the daylights out of them. They were smaller content creators, and they targeted them, and I believe tried to scare the hell out of them. They're that controlling that if anybody says anything wrong, they're going to come after you. So I know they pressured the hell out of Piers Morgan. If you're doing this to the smaller content creators. So that's what you're listening to. Let's keep going.
I didn't write that.
Well, I understand, but I would hope, and trust me, it's being dealt with Blackburn and judges and attorneys and all that. But again, if you want to have any credibility, not just run an entertainment site. If you want to have any credibility in what you're doing and what you're saying, instead of just saying alleged, you really need to be mindful and be careful of what you're putting out there and do a little bit more research. If you do a little bit more research, I think it's going to change your opinion, and it's also going to change how you promote what you're doing. You don't have to do what I'm telling you. I'm letting you know it's 100% fabricated, and all you're doing is recirculating something that's 100% fabricated. And I can't go into any more details about it.
Right, because it's an active investigation. Right, yeah.
But I'm just letting you know, I'm giving you a heads up. I'm trying to help you. Oh. I don't have to make this call, but I'm trying to help you. Be very careful with the way that you're promoting this.
Let me pause it.
He said he cared about it.
Yeah. Be very careful. We just care about you and your channel. We're worried about you. No, you're worried about Diddy looking like the freak that he is. This is so offensive. It's not even funny. They are trying to preserve this man, even though he's on a sinking damn ship. Each day, Diddy is looking worse and worse and worse. And now, so is Jay-Z. What you gonna do, Jay-Z? Threaten the world? This is what we're listening to. We're listening to a private investigator try to scare the hell out of a smaller content creator. Let's keep going.
And just go back and do some of your research. Do some research. You're smart. I see what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. I totally get it. But just because you say alleged, there's still some responsibility that comes with what you're doing. This is not a game. It's not entertainment. No one's entertainment on your part. This is not entertainment. This is a real criminal investigation. And so if you just take a little bit of time, do some research on the people that you're covering and the validity of what's being said and what you're putting out there, I think you're going to have a much, much better story than what you're putting out there right now.
Yeah, I hear you. And I appreciate the call. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Now, Vicky is
Perry, would you consider that an intimidation tactic?
Yeah, for sure. Scare tactics 101. Like, yeah, I really care about you. I was just giving you heads up. It's not credible. You can't do it that way. You're gonna need to pull this down without me saying it before I had to
Exactly.
some legal paper.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
That's the way it happens. People try to intimidate, and either they'll do it the tactic like that, the bully style, or they'll try to send you a gift basket. But either way, it is to silence you and have you promote their cause.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. But anyway, they want Jaguar Wright to shut up. They already sent Ray J. Now we got Piers Morgan coming on talking about I'm not in control of what Jag says. She's a little bit, and I want to apologize to Jay-Z and everybody for what happened. All right, let me play this really quickly.
The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as there's something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Well, now, Sean Diddy Combs, to think about platform.
So it sounds like
you heard the man. He got phone calls. Yeah. They made them edit the video. They made them edit the video. And I get it. If I'm in the mainstream and I got a TV show and I get a phone call from Jay-Z's attorney, I'm going to do it too. But they haven't been following this the way we've been following this from the beginning.
Right.
Hi, Josh. Josh says, Jag has said enough. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Unfortunately, a lot of people may go after her. A lot of people are going to go after Jag.
This is the crazy thing too, and I get it. Like, he's the loudspeaker, whatever platform. Your platform is the loudspeaker. She's on there saying that they called her, with legal. Call Pierce with the legal stuff. You know what? We can't have this. Well, you also know Jaguar said it. Now, I'm not telling them to sue her, but why haven't they sued her for her comments?
Okay.
Or is it just the way that they knew that Pierce would come and make the public apology, everybody would cover it, at the same time put every blogger on notice? You can't talk about us because, we are billionaires.
We'll go after you.
Yeah.
With attorneys.
Right.
And even if we're wrong, we'll keep you in court long enough until you run out of money. Now,
Right.
you look real innocent, Jay-Z, when you do shit like this. You look real innocent. Threatening people, don't talk about me, don't talk about my wife. And you know, I'm a huge Beyonce fan, but her name keeps being brought up in the whole Jay-Z Diddy thing. It keeps being brought up. The other day, Freddie P from Making the Band, not my Freddie. Let me read my Freddie. He says, Rupert Murdoch owns 50% of Piers' show and doesn't want to be sued. No, they don't want to be sued, but they'll threaten to be sued. They'll threaten people to be sued. I was listening to Freddie P the other day, the guy from Making the Band. I can't remember what the name of his band was. Was it called Date? No, it wasn't Day 27. With Chopper City and all them in it.
Yeah,
I can't. Anyway, he was talking about the scene where he was talking about working with Diddy for years and what he thought of Diddy. And he was saying that the day that they made them go walk miles and miles to go get cheesecake, it was actually cheesecake for Beyonce. And he says that Beyonce used to be around all the time because she's close to Diddy. I'm thinking those tapes that they are buying back, Jay-Z's on one of them. I think Diddy cozies up to Beyonce to be her friend and to keep Jay-Z in line. But Beyonce name keeps being brought up about this case. Let me see if I can play this for you. And I love Beyonce, I do, but she needs to stay away from Diddy.
Yeah, we
Period.
used to love Diddy too. Like that's the crazy thing about it. All this stuff, rumors coming here or there, but we used to overlook the Diddy thing. Then when his house started getting raided, stories started coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is crazy.
This is what Freddie P had to say about it.
Okay, fun fact a lot of people don't know. That cheesecake we went and got was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time. What we was talking about again? Hold on. Yeah, that's a fun fact people don't know. People like, y'all walked and got a cheesecake. It was for Beyonce.
He says that Beyonce is around Diddy all the time. What the hell is Beyonce doing around Diddy? It's very odd.
Well, okay, now
And
Making the Band.
where was Jay-Z? Go ahead, Perry. Sorry.
Were they married back then? Like, 'cause I can't remember. Making the Band. Was Jay-Z married to her yet? I mean, married to Jay-Z?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know either. But either way, I've heard things, whether it's true or not, just in the rumor mill on the curve, that whether it was her and Jay-Z at the parties or she was at some of the freak offs, somewhere. I can't say it's true or not, because everybody get thrown into the freak offs these days. But
I don't understand
know.
what's going on. Go ahead.
But it sounds like something's going on to me and Jag had mentioned this again that a few months ago, saying that this tape gonna be this video recording gonna be hitting the black market.
Wait.
She says that it's a video recording of somebody, and she's alleging that is Jay-Z or somebody like that. And that the only reason Diddy is really doing it because he'll sell it to the black market because he need the money.
Wait, what? What? What'd you
She
just
said
say?
he needs the money, and I know you look at him as being rich, but if that tape going for 500 million or whatever they talking about, that money can pay for lawyer fees. It can help pay off people in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's talk.
Or it could be a scare tactic to get everybody that's on these tapes, politicians, everybody else, to say, hey, we got to stop this case. Go ahead.
I found it very weird, very strange that Tony Busby came out yesterday or maybe the day before and said there's a lot of A-listers on these tapes and he's going to offer them an opportunity to pay off the victims. Now, I've lived through a lot of scandals, SEX scandals. There was Heidi Fleiss. There was Jeffrey Epstein. Never, never, never have I heard, oh, you could just buy the tape back and give the money to, to the victims.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it seems very odd to me. But anyway, they're buying back tapes. The naked basketball tapes and the freak off tapes.
Mhm.
And if you're on that tape, let's say you're Jay-Z and you're on that tape, you can buy the tape back from me and then we won't sue you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what?
Never
No,
done before.
no, I get it. Yeah, no, that part, it's like extortion or blackmail or something like that. But I
Yeah,
guess in
yeah.
court, I can either take you to civil court or we can settle. And I guess what the attorney's sort of saying is that, hey, with his clients, most attorneys want you to settle because it's quicker, less stuff they get to do.
More money for them.
Of course, you're satisfied with the settlement. So, and I think he could have said that they already settled some.
He did. We're
Okay,
going to get to
yeah.
that. Yeah, they did settle some. And so I'm hearing the rumors about, so I'm getting these same emails. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about that. I ignore them. I don't know you. If you don't know me enough to approach me, then I really don't really care what you're saying. I don't know you. I'm going to run my channel my way and I'm going to be fair. But this is a platform for me to communicate with my subscribers. This is not a platform for me to repeat the things you tell me to say. And I didn't realize who they were from until I got that tape. So they're going around trying to critique what people are saying. I want it said this way. Don't you think, if you want to be a credible journalist, that I'm not a journalist. I don't know who told you I was. I'm not a journalist.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a blogger. I'm messy, and I talk about whatever I want to talk about. Okay, and I'm not trying to be tough. I'm just saying I can't stand it. Bullying, I just can't. Whether it's from Jay-Z or my son's friends or nobody. I just don't like it. And we're getting closer and closer to the truth. More and more stuff is coming out and they don't like it. If you didn't want it to come out in the first place, how about not taking your ass to the freak off?
Yeah.
How about that? Then it won't get out if you're not there. If you don't want anything to come out, then just don't do it.
Yeah, at least if you're going to freak off and get your freak on, then maybe just cover up in front of the camera. See, because he got this library, allegedly. Now he out there just anybody. Hey, you know what, Bob? I think you need to go out there and give a speech or something because, I got this tape and you was on all fours. Now, what kind of shit is that? So it's going wild. They're going to keep paying people off. And I don't want to say this, but when you're dealing with a power, like, hell, half these people probably in the government and everything else that's been off at these freak offs or got millions and billions of dollars. Like, and we know money go a long way. Is it possible? I know at the end of this video, just say, is it possible that Diddy can get off with blackmailing pretty much everybody that was at the freak off?
It's very much possible. Let me tell you why. Let me read this really quick. Hi, Kendall. She says, Texas has a 10-year statute limitations on SA. Let me tell you, and it seems impossible, but Diddy could pay off every single victim that he wants to pay off because it's not just Diddy behind this. We heard about Clive Davis. Let me see if I can pull up the article. They're saying that Clive Davis is so scared about his dirt coming out too that he can't sleep at night. Let me see if I can find that article. It's on site.
We know he can't hear.
Well, he's 91 now, and it's crazy. And then Lucian Grange, just like Jack said, those are the people that have the money to pay off everybody. It seems crazy, but that's been the recipe. Diddy pays off people, and then these cases go away. Just like in the Rodney Jones case, there was nobody left to testify. So we feel like, okay, the truth is coming out now, but we can't get too cocky with the truth because these people have enough money to pay people off 10 times over. And you know, victims are usually it takes a lot for them to come forward in the first place, but if they think that they're going to end up being ridiculed in the end, or no one's going to listen, and these guys are so powerful, they will take a step back. This is just,
Yeah, no, it's basically a big scandal. And that's where I see that if it was just Diddy and his little posse going down, yeah, I think they can get it. But it's that quiet person sitting in that $1 billion mansion saying, oh, hell no, not on my watch. I can't have my videotape out or whatever, you know. And then even
you
for
know,
some
it
of
was
these people,
just,
even if his camera wasn't working that night, they know he got them now. They can't risk it for their name being dropped out there at the freak off. That's going to break up marriages. It's
yeah,
going to have, well, shit, I already got people
yeah,
resigning from jobs. People are
yeah,
resigning from
yeah, yeah,
jobs. They are clearing their social media.
yeah.
So it's a lot of stuff going
Mm-hmm.
on. And it's just weird, but that makes me wonder a little bit like, damn. In my heart of hearts, I think that Diddy gonna get some time. But it sounds like he got days worth, if not months, years worth of video on different people. When you was at your worst,
Mm-hmm.
drugging and
Mm-hmm.
doing all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Getting freaky. So, and that's the worst shit you want out there. Go ahead, Sherelle.
This super chat says the hotel video shows Diddy dragging Cassie back in the hotel room after he put his hands on her. That's kidnapping. Diddy is going to get at least 15 to 20 years from Cassie alone. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. Let's just hope so.
And
But
that's
because
what I
these
believe
guys are
too.
doing But these
Right?
guys are doing the most to try to shut it down. Says right here, Clive Davis is freaking out over Diddy lawsuits. Music mogul not sleeping well amid fears. Truth will finally be exposed about a decade-long friendship with rapper. So now we know that Clive Davis was in an intimate relationship. They were intimate with Diddy for 5 years. For 5 years, they were doing each other, okay? And then after that, Diddy start taking on some of Clive's ways? And then because Clive got a kick out of turning straight men bi or gay, and then he would use that over their head. So, you know, they both have been doing this to people. They probably got a vault of names we probably would never suspect, rappers that we would never suspect.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're paying off these people. And I'm saying that they have enough people, they have enough money. Clive Davis, and first of all, just Diddy by himself. But Clyde doesn't want his secrets getting out. He's helping Diddy, and Lucian Grange is helping Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
This is a mess.
And trust me, they gonna call on anybody that they got something on. And
Yeah.
I'm sure if Diddy learned from Clyde got his videotapes of his collection, that of his buddies, that if ever in need, hey, he make that phone call. You're gonna have to straighten this out, or this tape is gonna slip out my hand into somebody else's, right? Something's gonna happen. And if Diddy ain't got him, Clyde got him. Somebody, and they gonna make all these phone calls. And like you said, it could be A-list actors, rappers, hell, presidents, governors, city councilmen. Hell, it could be a lot of people with power, police chiefs, shit like that. I don't know, but it seems like.
So let me tell you who.
Go ahead.
Oh, do we have a delay?
Yeah, I think so. But go ahead. Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead. Sorry, you finished, Perry.
Oh no, I was just saying a lot of people stand a chance to get exposed, even if they're in Diddy's posse, Clyde's posse. If you was at these freak offs and you don't showed your ass, if you know what I mean, and did all this, there's a chance. Because if you got money, before they spend their money, they're gonna want you to contribute to save your own ass. So it's like a snowball effect. But go ahead, Trina.
The super
Sheila.
chat says they're trying to pin the freak offs on a black man. Diddy got the tapes of white men. Let me tell you some of the names that we're hearing. We're hearing Trump, and that's not a shock, because Donald Trump Jr. did an interview with DJ Academics in which he said, "Oh yeah, we were at all the parties back in the day, and me and Kim Porter and my wife, they were cool. Like they would hang out all the time." So people that are saying that that's impossible for him to be at the freak offs is not impossible. Okay, he has ties to Diddy, and there's a picture out there with Diddy, Epstein, and Trump. So I'm hearing Trump, I'm hearing Jamie Foxx, I'm hearing Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm hearing Ashton Kutcher. Now, Ashton Kutcher is also freaking out. Ashton Kutcher can't afford to have another scandal after he wrote, him and his wife, Mila, wrote character letters for Danny Masterson, his friend that went around outing people. And now you were at the freak offs too? He admitted that he used to hang with Diddy all the time. They're saying that he is paranoid. So I think Ashton's going to pay people off right away. Leonardo DiCaprio, he never gets caught on anything that he does. He's paid people off. I think Sean's mother has paid people off. Now we know that back in the day, Sean's mother was a hooker. She's a hooker, and the dad was a dealer. And when the father passed away after working for a major, I have to be careful with my words, pharmaceutical rep, Nikki Barnes, that she went into hooking, the mom. I don't even think that's a secret. I think everybody knows about it. But what we didn't know is that she herself used to have freak offs, the mom, in which she would invite a minor Diddy. So the mom is doing the same exact thing that Diddy's doing. Diddy would invite his boys to his freak offs. And they're saying the son that loved it the most was Justin. They said he's a mini Diddy. We got lawsuits out on King, Christian, doing the same stuff. Looks like Quincy was the only one that had any common sense, and Diddy's not his real father. I think that Janice messed her kids up. So when you introduce sex to a kid at an early age, it just does something to them. And I don't know why, but it does something to them. Now we got the video of her. Have you guys seen the video of her getting a IV drip? Remember, they all got IV vitamin drips after the freak offs because all the drugging and partying, and she getting a IV drip with him and then kissing him on the lips. Let me tell you, I never kiss my boys on the lips. But I got my oldest son right now is 32 years old. If I kissed him on the lips like that, he would look at me like something was wrong with me. I think that Janice was in the sex industry. I think that they have a different mentality. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just explaining what I know. They have a different mentality, and those parties is no big deal to them. You know that that's their world. But they have sense enough to know if this gets out, I'm going to look bad. I think Janice paid for her tapes. She was at the damn freak offs. She was help setting them up. He got the idea from her. I'm not going to have my damn 13-year-old at some damn freak off.
Right.
I think it's not a big deal. Just like little Boozy bought his son a hooker for his birthday. Remember that? It depends on what world you're in. Some worlds it's like, hey, he gonna get it anyway. Let me go ahead and, that's Boozy's idea of thinking of it. But mainstream America don't think of it that way. So I think that Diddy's been a freak a long time. He and he loves sex and probably girl on girl, boys on boy. He loves it, and
Right.
in his mind, it wasn't a big deal. But he has sense enough to try to hide it, and then he has sense enough to tape it. It's a lot. It is a lot.
I
And
mean,
the
but
white nail polish, somebody said. The white
but
nail
you know,
polish.
like, okay, let's say this. Maybe it's their moral level, right? Everybody got different morals. And half the time it's based off how you grew up. You learn these morals and stuff like that. And this is what I'm seriously starting to think. If these stories are true about his father, which I think it is, about
That's
his
true,
mother,
yeah.
which I
That's
think it
true.
is, and if all this happened in the same house, if they was going through that, I don't think a madam gonna be the best mother. And then if the madam
Let me
looks
see.
at bills this way now, and we know a whole lot of freaks, like when we talking about his freak offs, imagine the people that go and visit the madam. They probably like boys, girls, all this shit too. Ain't no telling what she had him doing. Was he working the cash register? I'm just saying. Was he touched? We don't know. Go ahead.
But here's the thing: mainstream America, they really judge that kind of lifestyle. They say they
Right.
never would. They would. Period. My grandmother was a madam. Let's be real.
Right.
She was a madam. I'm not going around hooking up with kids.
Well, no.
So
I
I
get
still
that.
think Puffy should pay the price because people think you have no morals and that you're the lowest of the low. I think that they think different
Well,
than
yeah.
mainstream America. When you're in that life, it's I'm gonna get you before you get me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I wasn't saying it from the
So I don't want
standpoint
to.
of that. I wasn't saying it from the standpoint that he shouldn't pay for what he did. I wasn't giving him an excuse, right? I was just trying to say this. I think that could have him having the morals that he have. He don't think nothing of it. People who rob banks and sell pharmaceuticals on the street know it's wrong. It's the lifestyle that they're used to and comfortable with, but they'll hide it from others. They ain't gonna go in the church and say, "What's your occupation?" I'm a madam, or I'm a street pharmaceutical rep. You know, they
Well,
still hide
I
it.
will say this: you that lifestyle is a certain mentality, but it's a mentality that Hollywood executives have. It's a mentality that the mob has. It's the mentality that gang members have.
Hmm.
So
Right.
Diddy about that life, but he took it too far. He took it way too far. Kids flying people in. Now it's a federal charge. I mean, he's just a mess. And I think he needs to pay for what he did, but I'm understanding where all this is coming from. That's mom and dad's lifestyle. Dad was a trigger man. His
Hmm.
dad was a trigger man. So it's easy for him to say, take out Tupac,
Right.
because that's what he's been around.
Hmm.
But I don't think he needs to get away with what he's doing. And
No,
them
I
going
agree with
around scaring innocent people, scaring bloggers. Child, no, I'm not with the fuck shit. Nice try, Sherelle. Never mentioned Barack or Kamala.
There must be
I don't know.
something going on in
Look,
the.
I don't know what you're talking about because I'm really upset and I'm really worried about Jag. I'm really worried about Jag. This is not a joke. She is, listen, they have shown they are willing to do anything to prevent their secrets from coming out.
Uh-huh.
Let me see what else I was going to talk about. So I think the mom already paid them off. Then she comes out with this bullshit, this BS letter
Yeah.
about, oh, my son, he's so great. No, your son is a spitting image of his father. A spitting image of his father. And
My son is not a monster.
if
Yeah.
you knew your ass introduced your kid to a freak off at 13 years old, then why ain't you taking responsibility for that? She trying to act like Diddy's the only freak. We seen the tapes with your white damn fingernails kissing your son and getting revitalized after this 3-day freak off. The whole thing is insane. Exactly. They was on the list too. I am worried about Jaguar Wright. She had to write that letter because Puppy oopsed her. She had to write that letter. They didn't pay people off, and they don't want Janice to have anything to do with it. That's why her ass getting rushed to the hospital last month, because she knows she's on the tapes. And who gonna freak off with? How old is mom? 70?
Well, I mean, I guess if other people from major churches and older people are there, I guess she could be there getting her freak on too. But it's the damnedest thing, because you would think, hell, she got the money. She don't did her service. Now she got the money. It's like she want to relax. But I guess she still felt the need to be pleased or something. If that's crazy.
I'm going to ask you, what do you think Jag should do now? But I'm going to read these few. It says, while mom's strolling around looking like a black Marilyn Monroe mannequin, child, like you're not walking the streets no more. You can spice it up. You know what I mean? This is just a bad situation. It's a horrible situation. Right. Horrible situation that we don't know how it's going to end, because people are going to start shutting up. When they start paying you off and you can't talk no more. It happened with the Andrew. What was one of the royals, the son, Andrew, Prince Andrew, one of them that went to court for the Epstein stuff. Once they paid the lady off, there's no more case. And let me tell you, this ain't got nothing to do with race. Because I was saying, I was talking earlier to somebody, and they were like, well, they said that Harry and Williams are on some of the tapes, but that can't be true. They're royalty. Listen, people are human.
Yeah.
We all think alike. I mean, not think alike. We all understand. We all have the same problems. No one's more special than anyone else. So if I have the title Prince on my name, doesn't mean I don't want to go to the parties.
Right. And then in some
doesn't
cases,
mean that
I was going to say, in some cases, it's worse because they feel privileged. I'm the prince, damn it. Instead of me coming in ordering 2 girls, 4 guys, I'm going to order 6 girls, 12 guys, and then get mine.
Hollywood is quiet as a church mouse, okay? Quiet, busy, paying people off. We're never going to see these tapes. We're never going to know for sure who's behind what.
Right.
Because they're going to use their money and they're going to pay everybody off. But Jag, I'm worried about. And it's not a joke. Like, I am seriously worried about Jag. Either they want her to shut up or they're going to make it real difficult for her. Mm-hmm. And Dame Dash came out today. Dame Dash came out today, and he said that he believes a lot of what Jag is saying. Not everything. He believes what Jag is saying because now, looking back, he had some of the same thoughts. And then he said he feels that he could have been drinking some lace liquor before. Looking back, I hope Dame Dash, so Jag did an interview today and she was shouting out Dame and he was shouting her out. They need to come together and tell their stories. I think that just because Jay-Z is quiet and has more common sense than Diddy doesn't mean he's any better. Doesn't mean he's any better. Let me play this from Dame Dash. Dame Dash has been bamboozled by Jay-Z how many times? I mean, just the way that he did him with Rockefeller Records is enough to make me done with you. He needs to talk. Let's listen to this tape.
Your thoughts on Jaguar Wright being mentioned all over national news?
Well, things that she's saying, you know, The thing about her is like sometimes there's a lot of truth to what she's saying based on my personal experience. I'm not going to say she's completely accurate all the time, but some of the same things she said were things that I was actually thinking, but I was like, I could never say that because people would say I'm hating.
Oh, that's just that. He goes on to say that all the stuff that Jag's been talking about, some of the stuff that she's been talking about, he feels happened to him, like drinking laced alcohol. Now, I just played a tape the other day. If y'all go look at my regular videos, that's where I try to get detail. On here, I just discuss what I think and how I feel when I go live. But on one of my regular videos, I didn't realize how easy it was to lace a drink. They actually take a bottle of whatever you're drinking, put the cap back on it, heat it back up with a blow dryer till it melts, and you would never know it was open. They said that they also do that at bars. Sometimes they'll make it stronger than what it's supposed to be, or not as strong.
Right.
So, you can't even go to a party these days. This is everybody. I ain't buying shit. I'm not drinking shit. I'm going to come in with my own stuff in my purse where I am in control of, because this is getting real.
And basically, that's what Dame Dash said he had to do.
Yeah, Dame Dash said he would carry his own stuff with him. Like, what else was he saying? Because I didn't get the whole tape.
Well, the clip that I sent you should have had it all, but
let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I mean, it's just
it was that, and then he was really going into. He talked about Diddy some, then he talked about why he left Jay-Z, and basically he was making Jay-Z out to be just another Diddy in so many ways.
Everybody's making him saying that Jay-Z is just more polished.
More calculated. Yep, a chess player than checkers.
Let me see if I can play this. Hold on. Yeah, he's more smarter than Diddy, but he's no better than Diddy. Let's see if I can play this. Thanks, Perry. You sent me the tape. This shit is getting out of hand. I mean, I don't know how this is going to end. I really don't.
Because what's crazy to me is if his hustle is putting stuff in people's drink, he made a liquor. I mean, that's the illest shit in the world, that everybody was partying and you don't know what was in that drink. And if he was undercover gay, because I didn't know it, and obviously if he was knocking men out and they were waking up violated, he's making somebody gay that doesn't want to be gay. So I'm like, what was in them drinks? And then I'm starting to think like, damn, when did hip hop start to lose its masculinity? When did dudes, and again, no disrespect to nobody, but like tough niggas started wearing dresses and pocketbooks? Like,
let me pause this for a minute. You know what I'm thinking is happening to Dame Dash? I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I drank some of his drinks. I don't remember a certain portion of the party. Am I a victim?
He's starting to wonder if he on tape.
Yes. That's what I think. Let's keep watching.
He didn't write that song Bottoms Up, did he?
Maybe that could be the reason. And I'm just thinking it through. Like maybe that could be the reason why hip hop took a turn for the feminine. Because that shit, if homie was really putting shit in people's drinks and he's making the liquor, and again, I don't know, and I'm not even saying it to be funny, but they saying, homie was putting shit in motherfuckers' baby oil. So how could you trust that person to serve you drinks at such a big scale? So I'm remembering Nori
so adamant about me taking a shot of Ciroc, and I'm like, nah. And I brought my own, and now y'all can understand why I always want to make my own. So I brought my own liquor. You know what I'm saying? I was taking shots of my own. And then what happened, I made him take shots of Ciroc, and then he ended up getting too drunk, talking about take your shirt off and all this type shit. It's on tape. So it ain't like you just naturally start to think of things. And then I was thinking,
nah, you guys, I gotta pause.
You
Dame
hear what he
is
said?
scared.
No.
Go ahead.
Did you catch the part? He said, yeah, you know, he just opened the bottle up and he'll just give it to me. And then he just said, take your shirt off.
Wait a minute.
What the hell? Take
Dame,
your shirt
I'm
off.
sorry, Dame. Dame, you've been a victim. You don't know it yet. You are a victim.
If you woke up the next morning, Dame, and you needed an IV and you felt like you had hemorrhoids,
Wait a minute. Wait.
Perry, it's not funny, don't. It's not funny. Kobe says, I hope they didn't drug Dame. It's sounding like they drugged Dame's ass. That is so messed up. I hope they didn't drug Dame and take his teeth off and took advantage. I wouldn't be surprised. Listen, y'all, let's finish looking at his body language. Dame, we're not going to judge you. Come forward. Dame, I think you've been
but I can see his
concerned.
concern about being paranoid. Like if you was at Diddy house at any time after these stories coming out, and you remember having a little too much to drink, passing out, you don't know if you passed out for 15 minutes, 15 days, or whatever.
Perry, look at the look on his face.
Yeah.
He's concerned. Let's keep going. He's worried. He's worried.
there was this one time that when my daughter was 16, Jay had a show, and my daughter wanted to go. So I'm like, yo, I'm not going to deprive my daughter. So I hollered at Jay, sent the kite, and told him I wanted to go to a show with my daughter, and they accommodated me to the fullest. People were really surprised to see me there. Took pictures with everybody, and again, Emery's my brother, so I would hate to think that he was fucking around like that. Pause. But he kept asking me somebody. That was the first time I had tasted that Douce, and I got ridiculously drunk to the extent, and my daughter and I were talking about this the other day, that I was like, yo, I don't get this drunk. Why am I so drunk? And I ended up, pause, wrestling with Kevin Hart. Pause, nigga got me in a chicken wing. And I remember Vaughn taping that shit. And I'm like, yo, why you taping, Vaughn? So I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, because homie makes drinks too. And again, just if this is true, these are the things that I'm like just reflecting on. And if I wouldn't have played everything completely by the book, complete honor, then I could have been compromised. And what would have happened if I ever woke up feeling some kind of way? Compromised. What would I have done?
Damn.
Damn.
Wow. They got Dame. They got Dame.
Yep.
And then they don't want nobody to talk about it? No, you can't violate people like that and then try to blackmail them into silence. You don't have a right to do that shit. It's just terrible. Dame, you need to get with Jag, and y'all need to keep telling y'all story. Jay-Z, you threatening people with lawsuits and having people, attorneys called to make apologies is a sign of guilt. It's a sign of
did
guilt.
you catch those super chats?
We had super
From
chats.
S-Bar? I know you was playing a clip. I was just making sure.
I mean, my goodness.
Should be in the yellow like S-Bar, then food for thought.
Sorry, sometimes I'm on another food for thought, a $20 super sticker. Thank you, food for thought. I appreciate it.
and then
It
slide
says
up.
Dame didn't leave Jay. Jay outsmarted Dame, and Jay has lived rent free in his head ever since. Jay is being consistent. He never speaks on anything. He's too busy building generational wealth. I get that, but if you were Dame, would you feel the same way? Would you think Jay-Z's just smarted me out of my business? He's
Yeah,
so
you know what
smart
though?
that hurts.
Okay, it make you wonder. Like when guys hang out, you party, you drink, you party. When you find out somebody has been this type of freak, and then you remember many nights, damn, I remember just falling asleep. It make you wonder, did the food try something on you? You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, it got to make you wonder a little bit.
Oh, this is a mess. This is a lot. Jay ain't done shizzy. He got no money. He's riding on Beyonce's
Ooh,
money.
damn.
Okay. Let's see what the people think. Dame teeth fell out. We know that, dog. That's why he ain't trying to talk about it. Y'all messy. Y'all messy. Dame Dash believes Jay-Z is messing with his money. He is messing with his money. He is. Too busy being a snake. I'm sure Dame is glad they went separate ways. I think right now, from what we've seen today, I think Dame is worried and just now figuring out that he too is a victim. It's sad. Jay-Z is going around using his legal team to shut everyone up. This is true. So Perry, we got to help Jag. I mean, do you think it's time for Jag to shut up?
Well,
should she keep going mainstream?
It's hard to tell somebody when they told their story and over the years and people saying, well, I don't believe it. Now this is her time. If she really was fighting that fight and wanted to put it out there, she got to go to the mainstream. But it's dangerous because it seems like either somebody gonna get you some kind of way, and I don't even want to say this word, pneumonia. That runs in the thing. Or just for somebody trying to set her up for anything. It's crazy, but people will silence you. If his PIs is calling bloggers, what else would they do?
Bloggers.
Yeah.
Geraldine says, it's too late to shut up. It's too late to shut up. So anyway, listen.
Yeah.
We all know that the investigation is going overseas to England. Everybody is, I wouldn't say turning on. Everybody is saying this very famous rapper in England, his name is Giggs. And they think that he was one of Diddy's victims. Giggs just loved the hell out of Diddy, just a little too much. And they are riding him over there. Let me see if I can find this tape. They are riding Giggs in England. Does anybody in the chat know about Giggs? Let's see if I can find this.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Let me see if this is it. I mean, it's hard to kind of understand what he's saying.
It's like a rapper, right?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Yeah,
he used to hang with Diddy. And this is the one time they had this party. So this was before the party. And Diddy kind of looks high. Matter of fact, he's smoking a blunt. Let me see if I can play this.
If something's handled, I would say, no, that's patterned. That's patterned still.
Oh, that's patterned.
Oh, yeah, what, have you arranged the door or for us to go in? No, that's patterned.
That's patterned. That's patterned.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have played that.
Yeah, but I would say this though. Yeah. I sort of remember this about that guy. He's like an English rapper. And I think Diddy was on one of his things. I'm not sure if he said a word on his album, but I think I was like, well, damn, this guy don't seem that great. No offense. But it's saying that when he would go over, now rumors was that this guy would supply him with boys.
Yeah, it's
So,
bad.
I mean, that's rumor. I don't know for a fact, just saying.
So they're saying that Giggs was very much involved in the freak offs. There's the investigation going over there in the UK. This person says here, Gig is a UK rapper and ex-dealer. Child, he took the party to England.
Okay.
This is crazy. If anybody know anything about Gigs, let me know. Let me know, because I have a tape that I'm going to play on tomorrow. Him denying things.
Yeah,
This
I don't know. I
doesn't
mean,
make sense. He's respected in the streets. Wow.
I mean, Diddy took this freaking all over the world. He took it to the east. He took it to the west. He took it to the little boys and girls that he loved the best. He be stroking. Come on.
This is serious, Perry. This is
I know.
it's not just federal now. Now it's international. Ashton Kutcher made that missing persons app. What if he used it for evil and picked up my
Wow.
Listen, I'm going to do a special tomorrow just on Ashton Kutcher and Giggs, just those two. I hope Giggs isn't falsely accused, but the paperwork ain't looking too good for Giggs. And, you know, Giggs could have been a victim. Like I feel Dame is a victim. I really think Dame was taken advantage of, drunk something he shouldn't have drank. Listen, you guys, no more drinking at the parties, no more drinking at the clubs, because now we don't know if it's laced. We don't know. I seen that girl on that footage that I played, and she just opened it up, put a little water in it, and just held the cap back on, and it melt right back into place. Another way that they do it, they put it in boiling water, and you will never know. You will never know if your drink has been laced. Anyway, let me go, you guys. So I'm looking into the Gigs tomorrow. I didn't know he was a street guy. I didn't know he was in pharmaceutical reps. I hope that he wasn't taken advantage of, but it sounds like he was.
Yeah.
And Diddy and Jay-Z, y'all stop threatening people. Ain't nobody listening to y'all. Jag, get with Dame and y'all tell their stories. And Dame, if you don't remember, you should keep speaking on something wasn't right that day when I passed out. Perry, what do you have to say?
Our Jag need to get into the witness protection program. Something. And I'm just keeping it real. And
No,
now,
you really think she needs to be in a witness protection program?
has anybody seen Lil Rod in the last couple months? I'm just curious. I haven't seen a tweet. Nothing. I'm just saying, at this point, as this shit heats up, and then like say this, the same way they used Piers Morgan to put the message to the bloggers, you can't be talking about this shit. We're gonna sue your ass, right? Now, if somebody catch pneumonia and it's no longer here, who else gonna be talking? It's a way to quieten shit down. But I would say this, Terrell, like to our Maz, Wilbur, Beecham. I mean, she's recovering from, I'm not gonna say the word C19. So hopefully she feel better. And then before we get out of here, I want to say prayers out to the people in Florida, hurricane.
Oh yeah.
Milton. It looks bad, people. It looks bad. So praying for that, you know, the people back there. Go ahead.
Pray, Black community, creatives, broken heart. This is a mess. But anyway, tomorrow we'll be back to talk about the UK case and Giggs. And Giggs, I think you might have been a victim. All right, you guys, thanks for talking to us. We'll see you tomorrow. Perry, take us out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Bye, you guys.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.